Braden Holtby, strong game-saving overtime victory Sunday, assisted on the winning goal, 5 straight 30-win years and 18 already this year. Carter Hart's only 21, 60 appearances in his short career, 30th this year. Lifetime against the Capitals, 0-1-1.
And you said, Doc, if the playoffs started tonight, the matchup would be?
These two, but opening in Washington. And Ovechkin steps into Matt Niskanen, the ex-Capital. Gathered along and spun back in by Farabee. Ricocheted off the stick of Scott Laughton. Pumped ahead now for the through-the-legs pass by Leipzig that is brought right back to the front. Laughton shot save made by Holtby. And outletted ahead. Leipzig hands it over at center and then spiked it on back further. And this is wafted back in by Hathaway.
Oh, it's a terrible giveaway there by Leipzig on the backhand. Almost a 3-on-1 for the Flyers.
Angled on back where Orlov can take. And then Jensen. Jensen run into there by Couturier. Fed right around in front. Connecting. Score!
Well, the Capitals just not managing the puck at all here to start this game. Jensen with a turnover, and then Konechny backhand, forehand shovel right over the glove of Braden Holtby.
And for the Flyers, I mean, this is something that they've gotten to early on in games at times. Their forecheck pressure. Last night, a couple of goals against Carolina in the same fashion where they put pressure on the opposing defense. And right there you see Jensen with some pressure, turns it over, and the Flyers off to a fast start.
We're certainly thinking about Oscar and wishing him well in his tough battle.
Here's a feed in front, score! Backstrom on a nice feed from behind. Bounced one off of Hart and into the net. And so the Capitals have gotten back into a tie.
Well, a lot of the things we talk about in Ovechkin, his scoring ability, but his ability to get in on the forecheck, his ability to be physical, right off the offensive zone face-off for the Flyers. It ends up back in their zone. The pressure by Ovechkin, the finish, the turnover, and the feed by Wilson. And Backstrom is able to equal this game as this one goes through the arm of Carter Hart. Good job by Ovechkin with the pressure.
Almost seemed like a change of pace there on that shot, but you talked about Ovechkin in on the forecheck. Pressure, turnover, quick pass, and a change of pace on Hart, and that's one he's got to stop. As you pointed out, Boucher, good forecheck there by the top line of the Capitals.
Twisted on a cross, and this grabbed off by Provorov and then handed to Hayes, but poked loose around behind by Kuznetsov. Burrowing back in to shuttle it further was Verana, and then it is bounced around behind by Hayes. Angled ahead for the take, back on by Van Riemsdyk. Fed one in front on a great save made by Holtby. My goodness, as he had a man breaking toward the front of the net, and that was Obey Kubel, who poked that one right in front of the net and was stopped off by Holtby.
Kubel gets to the net, and the perfect pass there from JVR, James Van Riemsdyk. Good hard pass, and no second chance opportunity.
Angled back out to center, and Oshie up with it, and he flung one wide. Chopped back along again for a couple of overskates, but then a drive by Kempny is saved by Hart. Rebound and a penalty coming up against the Flyers to the slot. A shot, score! It is Verana. And for Verana, that is goal number 19 of the year. He has a point-a-game string that is up to 4 and his 4th goal in the 4 games.
And this is a bad rebound by Carter Hart. This is a nothing shot from the point. There's no traffic, at least from my vantage point. And we'll look right here, no traffic. That puck bounces right off him, leads to a delayed penalty, and then after that, a scramble session for the Flyers. And this one, it looks like goes through the arm again of Carter Hart. This initial shot has to be swallowed by Hart, and since that he didn't do that, all problems came about after that.
How about the play by Kuznetsov to stay with that puck, had pressure. The shot by Kempny. Kuznetsov's going to find this puck. You got a couple of Flyers going towards him, and now all of a sudden Vrana's all by himself with Oshie, Payne, and Price in front of the net. You go to the videotape and you look at it and you try to figure it out from there.
Wraparound came from Raffl. Drive, score! It's Hague! It's tied!
Well, we talk about traffic and getting pucks to the net. And for the Flyers, that's exactly what we see right here. Penalty expired. Simple play. Get it to the net. Retrieve the puck. It's exactly what Raffl does. And then get to the net once again. And this one here, I think it's a screen by Oshie, actually, that causes the problem. I thought it was a Flyer player, but watch, it goes right through the legs of Oshie, and that's why Holtby wasn't able to pick it up.
Don't know if Scott Laughton's going to get an assist or not, but he did a nice job off that faceoff. That faceoff was one of those 50-50 pucks, and Laughton got it back to the point, and the Flyers never lost control of it again until it ended up in the back of the net.
4 seconds to go. Giroux will just lift it back out to center, and that'll take care of the first period. Flyers struck first, Caps struck with 2, Flyers answered back. Moving on in, firing one that was a shot pass across for Carlson, cut off by Konechny, moves it ahead to Giroux, flings one out of play into his team's bench.
Well, and there's got hit after. Yeah, he got hit. I think that was Kempny that gave him a rough ride along the boards, and now you got everybody coming together. Konechny, Ovechkin, Hague is in there, Sanheim.
Everybody but Henderson.
Maybe they saw the clip, boys.
Well, this whistle blew, and then Kempny goes ahead and finishes to check on Konechny, and he takes exception to that, and everybody gets involved.
A little bit slow to get up is one of the Flyers there, Raffl. Meanwhile, to the outside, it is left behind. Necessity for scoring most times. Brought ahead now by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov just drifting with it. Got it back for Hagelin, and he fired it wide. Rebound, and Hart shut that side of the net off as Eller was trying to stoke it home.
Well, 4-on-2 for the Capitals. See 3 Flyer forwards caught. Kuznetsov back to the trailer. Hagelin misses on that short side, and then I couldn't tell from my vantage point if Eller got a good shot on goal or not. And then Hagelin hit the deck, and then Leipzig looking for Hathaway. This puck bouncing all over the place. Gets a little bit of a piece of it. Easier said than done, but 2-2 game here, and you give a team that's got a pretty special power play a free opportunity.
Kuznetsov twirls, feeds it on back. Carlson had just gained the line, but now a great opportunity here. As moving on in is Hayes. He scores!
I talked about the pressure on the penalty kill for the Philadelphia Flyers. It's been evident. Right here, good job by Scott Laughton to pressure Carlson into the turnover. And Hayes looking for how much time he has on this breakaway. Freezes Holtby as if he's going to go 5-hole, and then the backhand put away. Tremendous stuff by Kevin Hayes.
I love how he keeps the goaltender honest here. He puts it in a shooting position. The goaltender has to respect the shot. Right here. And then all in one motion. Forehand, backhand, wait, and put it into the back of the net.
It's a good point, though. I mean, where the puck is, I mean, the goaltender has to, respect that. And seeing how far out he was as well, that's what forced Hayes to make the decision to deke as well. That's all around a great play by Kevin Hayes.
Did you see guys stick handling? Time expires here in a second. If guys are stick handling like that, the goaltender knows he's not going to shoot the puck.
Rattled on around as far as Hayes, who has the shorthanded deciding goal in this game thus far. Hayes able to gain the zone, rolled off a check, step to the slot, fires, and that one is saved by Holtby. Rebound ricocheted off of Dowd, who was gliding near the front of the net, wiped out there trying to avoid a check. It's peeled off by Aubé-Kubel and thrown off of Holtby, and the rebound pops over to the corner.
Well, we talked about Hayes getting that short-handed goal in the second period here, showing great strength on Brandon Leipzig. Wait, patience, gets a moving pick there, and then Holtby Well out on top of the blue paint, gives up a little bit of a rebound, but a great play there from Hayes.
Well, I think when they signed Kevin Hayes, that's one of the things that they liked about him. He's a big body, he can protect pucks, and certainly did it there.
Intelligent player.
Yeah.
Hey, Bush, without the puck.
Carried on further now and worked in by Dowd. Handed to the back. Gudas fires, and that one kicked aside. And then back in deep now to throw one as Leipzig went off the shoulder of Haig. Thrown by Gudas again. And then on back for a shot by Hathaway that bounced off of Friedman in front. He recovers, and on first effort could not get it by, but now it is walked back on. Carried back in, and it comes over for a shot. Oh, a great save by Holtby on Ove Kubel. He hands it on back to Provorov and then held back at the point by Niskanen. Niskanen to Provorov. Provorov works to the outside. Grabbed off and fed on back, but errantly on out to center by Van Riemsdyk.
Good job by Ove Kubel there to get it from his backhand to forehand and try to go high glove on Holtby, but Holtby was able to fight that one off. Big time save considering the time of the hockey game and the score.
He'll be in his 5th consecutive All-Star game. I think that's probably room for sympathy for a goaltender, isn't it? Now to the outside, it hit Voracek, then for a shot by Provorov, and that one turned aside. Caps have a 3-on-2 developing here, and escaping now as Panicki moves on in, and a diving play is made by Niskanen.
2-on-1, and Matt Niskanen, former Capital defenseman, slides over and prevents that pass from going over to Carl Hagelin. Beautiful defensive play late in the game here by Niskanen.
Hayes in on the draw. 8 of 11, make that 9 of 12 tonight for Hayes, and a shot is held by Holtby. Hayes with 4 shots on goal, 5 chances, and a shorthand goal for him tonight. And I'm told that he has connections for monster seats at Fenway if you ever happen to be there. He's all over it. 2:40 to go. Voracek went down. Is there a penalty? There sure enough is. The call is a hook, and the Flyers with 2:36 to go will go on the power play.
That was the back official, Dan O'Halloran, who made the call from the neutral zone. Voracek in the first period at the other corner was able to draw a penalty on Lars Eller. This time here he gets positioning on Orlov. Orlov's stick gets caught in his feet. And the Flyers have a power play now to try and extend the lead, but certainly gives them a little bit of comfortability as far as avoiding the push from the Washington Capitals.
Drop back in by Dowd with a minute 15 on thus far an uneventful Flyer power play, and a minute 45 to go in regulation. Provorov drifting on back, and Eller watching him. A minute to go on the power play, a minute 36 to go regulation.
The next time you get possession of the puck, if you're the Capitals and you're moving out, I think you got to get the goaltender out.
Carlson there, and Kempny, and Wilson, and Eller. Those are the 4 Caps. More work being done. 40 on the penalty kill for Washington. Led along now for the curl and take, and the whop back into the glove by Van Riemsdyk, and then it can be controlled back out by Eller. Tried to flip it on. It's carried back on by Carlson. Carlson working in deep. Wilson trying to play in this final minute. 20 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Capitals. Eller fed it to the back. Given on to Wilson by Kempny. Wilson with a shot. That one careened back out. Vacating the net now is Holtby. Now he's going to move back in. And then it is sent back down, and 5 seconds still on the kill, so no icing. Now Holtby is at the bench, and the net is empty. Forced back across by Hayes, cranked on by Konechny, and that blocked. Right back ahead comes Oshie in the last 30 seconds of regulation. Rattled it on around. The penalty has been killed, so this is now a 6 against a goalie and 5. Around it goes off of Oshie. Played back further by Provorov. Popped up in the air in the last 17. They spar for possession. Picked up there by Konechny. Banked off the boards, and it will go back down. And it is taken by Carlson. He has to start back up in the last 7. That one soccered back across. Fired by Couturier off the post. And the horn will sound. The Flyers have played 20 games at home. They have points in 18. They have won 14. And they have defeated the Capitals, the #1 team in the league, by a score of 3-2.